episode. Guys, this is probably my most requested video each year, so we're looking at what's in my kit bag, season 2019-20. Now guys, first up, before we get into things, if you are having a bit of a look around through this video and going, where is his training / warming up gear? Don't stress, I've actually moved that out to an external duffel bag and now carry that. So I will be doing a video of what's in my coaching / training duffel bag. I'm still utilising the Bluedogs Sports Purebred Players Edition bag. This is the top of the range bag from the guys at Bluedogs Sports. About 3 seasons I think I've used this one now. They've had a couple of updates, but I really like it because A, of its size, and B, because of the large external pockets. I do carry a number of accessories and those external pockets are great. The first one of those pockets gets utilised for my bowling or fielding shoes. So this year I've been utilising the New Balance 4040s, and after Christmas I did update to the 2019 version. These are the cobalt blue version and utilised by Patrick Cummins this summer, and I think the shoe is almost identical to the previous version, just an updated colour scheme. I've obviously got that set up as a full spike because I do use it for bowling, and one of the things that I like in particular is the depth of this shoe, because you do get a good deep ride, and for people like me that use a fairly thick customised orthotic, these are great for being able to fit those. Prior to Christmas, I was still utilising 4040s, except these were back to, I think this was the original version, just the updated colour scheme. So I think they had kind of like a greeny, limey colour the first year, and then moved to a red the second. I've used these for about 3 seasons, guys, and I well and truly got my money worth. They were an old shoe when I bought them, or an old version. They'd been sitting on the shelf for a number of years, so these have been sewed, repaired, a couple of holes and glued and so on. I've got my money out of these guys for absolute sure. Guys, coming round to the front pockets now, this one is probably my most important pocket. This is the one that contains my sunscreen. I live in Brisbane, Australia, where UV factor can often be extreme on cricket days. So having a really good quality sunscreen is something that's really, really important. This is the SunSense Sports, and it's SPF 50+. A couple of other pieces in here, guys. The first one is the Cancer Council zinc stick. It's a classic zinc. A couple of other pieces in here, the cleaning cloth or lenses case for my Oakleys, and then I also carry a lip balm or chapstick. This is a Nivea Repair and Protect one. This next one is really the odds and sods, bits and bobs, along with some medical things. So the first one that's in here is actually the bag that I carry some match balls in. So the level we play at, most of the time my club uses either the Kookaburra Club Match or the Kookaburra Regulation Rejection. Alright guys, as we get into the medical stuff, cold spray. So if you take a ball in the wrong spot, you can give yourself a good spray with the cold spray. Then the other medical stuff, we've got some strapping scissors and some strapping tape, and also then just a box of kind of various bits and pieces. So some Nurofen gel, some spare contact lenses. I always play in contact lenses. Some gastro stop tablets, some headache tablets. So those two are fairly self-explanatory. Other bits and pieces in here, we've got not one but 2 cases of spare spikes and conversion studs, and then we've got a warming up ThoroBand. We've got some eye drops. I've got some elastic to repair the numbers on our scoreboard, funnily enough, and some headphones. And that pretty much rounds out most of the stuff that hangs around in there. So the fourth and final external pockets is, there's 2 things that live in here. First one is my sunglasses. Radar lock with the jade iridium lens in it. This one I originally purchased to use as my cricketing lens, but wasn't getting really good results in being able to see the ball in all conditions. So what I did do is I did move to the cricket prism lens. So this is the cricket specific lens that allows you to track the red ball much easier. Quite a big fan of these of the cricket prism lenses, guys. The other thing that sits in the back here, guys, are some balls of various ages. 1 or 2 here at 10 overs, and a couple at 20, and then a couple a bit older than that. So just in case a ball gets hit and either gets lost in the long grass or lost in a waterway, you can have a ball that's roughly the same age as the ball that you've lost, and you can hand that to the umpire for inspection. Right guys, so that concludes externally. So let's jump inside because we've still got heaps to go. Alright, as we jump inside, as I mentioned, this is essentially how my bag is set up for match day. The only thing that's different is I do have the scorer satchel, which I don't have in here at the moment. So let's start with, first of all, my hats bag. So this one is where I have my wide brim hat, which I almost exclusively field in, and then I also do have a spare club hat in here as well. Next one here, guys, is my bag of plain clothes. So in here I have 2 full sets of plain clothes. So that's a short sleeve shirt and a long sleeve shirt. I exclusively field in a short sleeve shirt, and the long sleeve shirt I will bat in depending on the conditions. When it comes to the pants, my batting pants I always sew the pockets up on, and I leave those a little bit longer because I hate my pants riding up from out underneath the bottom strap or that ankle strap, so I leave them a little bit longer. Alright, the other one then here, guys, is a towel. So this is a nice royal blue towel to match my club colours. And in fact, this was actually a trophy the end of last season. One of the things I quite like about my club is they do practical trophies. And this particular, or because I had a couple of the other trophies already, this season was a towel with the club logo nicely embroidered. Right guys, let's go from head to toe into the actual gear. Starting with my helmet and my custom-made helmet bag. The Shrey Pro-Guard Titanium. This is actually a discontinued model now. They have moved to just, Shrey have moved just to having the Masterclass Air lid, and then a choice of either stainless steel or titanium in the grille. This one's a custom version, so the embroidered logo done on the helmet as it's being manufactured. Coming down the body to the hands, guys, I have 2 sets of the B3 traditional style batting gloves. And 2 sets, I'll explain in a second. The traditional style batting gloves are the sausage finger. These are the top of the range gloves from the guys at B3, and those professionals that prefer that traditional style or the sausage finger, these are the version of gloves that they use. I have 2 versions. One set I use exclusively for matches, and the other set I use is my training gloves or my backup match gloves. Coming down further, we'll go to the groin and thigh region. Opening this one up. First up, we've got the Shock Doctor Titanium. Now, this wasn't my intention to go out and buy the titanium groin protector. I had some leftover funds on a gift certificate and decided to update my groin protector. So the first thing you do notice is the titanium is much, much heavier than a normal plastic groin protector. But after you've been using it for a little while, you don't actually notice the weight difference. I've got this paired with a Gray-Nicolls jock strap, and you can see that I've got a wear patch here. Now, for whatever reason, just right on that particular part of my jock strap, I happen to get it to wear through. Every jock strap I've owned, I've had 2 or 3 of them in the last kind of 5 or 6 years, and every single one of them wears through in that particular point. So this time when it wore through, I had some spare kangaroo leather, and I've gone and put that over. Then when we start looking at the actual thigh protection, guys, we have the Remfry inner and outer thigh pads. These are the top of the range protection in Australia for thigh pad protection, and these are well endorsed by many of the Australian cricket team, as well as then a number of pretty big international stars. Virat Kohli is one in particular that uses Remfry. Coming down the body, guys, to my batting pads. I'm utilising again this year the B3 3-stripe batting pads. These again are the top of the range batting pads from the guys at B3. And the way that you can pick these out, well, a couple of features that generally you find in top range pads. They're a good light pad, and they have the cane protection on the outside, both on the top hat and the bottom. Nice traditional styling, and on the inside, nice soft protection, and the suede bottom instep there. I've had these for 2 seasons now, and no sign of wearing out of those bottom pieces, other than the piping, which has worn ever so slightly. Really happy with these pads. I like them a lot. Probably these are the best pad. No, let's go out and say these are the best pads that I've owned. I find them extremely comfortable, great to bat in and running, and good solid protection. Alright guys, we're almost at the end of the gear. The last one in here is the shoes that I used for batting this year. And what I did, these were the New Balance CK10, and again these were the 2019-20 version. These are the Cobalt Blue is the official name for that, and I've got these set up as a half spike. These aren't the standard conversion studs that I have on these guys. They are actually a golf conversion stud. Now, different to the ones that I've done a review of in the past, these are a softer conversion spike, and I like these a lot more. These are much, much better than the standard ones that come with cricket shoes, and they're better than the previous version I had with it, which were a little bit hard. The last couple of pieces that kick around the bottom of my bag is generally a couple of grips. So, end of the season, so I've got 2 grips kicking around in the bottom here, and obviously a gripping cone. Nothing worse than having a blowout on your bat or your grip and not being able to do anything about it mid-game. Right guys, getting into the bats now. This is my wet weather bat, so I do have an extra tech sheet on there, and so this one bat is a bat that I use either against the bowling ball, the bowling machine ball, or in wet weather, so that my main match bat doesn't get any weather damage. Now I got a new bat for this year. And it was actually a straight copy of my previous bat, so I'm no longer utilising my Crown, my B3 Crown Willow bat. I'd retired it, so happy with it that I didn't want it to break. And so each of the B3 bats, the official ones anyway, have a number on them. This one is 7669, and it means that if you like that bat, you can go to the guys at B3 and say, can I have a 7669, and they can produce the exact bat for you. So this one was slightly different to my other bat, and slightly in the way that it's the quality of timber. So the other one was the top of the range, top like 0.5% I think Crown Willow is. This guy is a 3-stripe LE, so it's down ever so slightly. I can't really tell the difference between the two bats. Obviously I'm comparing a bat that was 3 or 4 seasons old to a new bat, so obviously this one is a little bit harder, but the actual quality of the bat I can't tell the difference on. So I will do a full review of this guy just to show you exactly how close you can get the profiles with the guys at B3, but this was my main match bat. Nice, very full profile, and even though 211 I think it was, but still picks up nice and light because of the big oval handle and plenty of weight up through the spice and shoulders of the bat. Right guys, so that concludes the what's in my kit bag for season 2019-20. As is always the case guys, I'm more than happy to field any questions that you might have, so please don't hesitate in dropping those down into the comment section. Guys, if you haven't done so already, please go and check out my bat work videos. I have started doing a lot more work around repairing and refurbishing cricket bats, so check out any number of, there's about 5 or 6 videos there now that you can check out. And if you have not yet done so, hit that subscribe button and the thumbs up. I like to know that my videos are meeting your expectations, and just a nice quick thumbs up means quite a lot to me. So I appreciate you doing that. Alright guys, this is Clinton from Bat and Ball Cricket. We'll catch you again in the next instalment. Bye for now.